Okay, let's go ahead and add our trains into the scene. So I'm just going to zoom in close to the world origin where the X and Y axis cross. I'm going to look for my train engine, my train car, or I guess that's Caboose, the train car, and the one for the animals. And then let's find our wheel. And our wheel, for some reason, on mine is pulling in the train itself too. So I'm just going to select and delete the train. So I only have the wheel. And while I'm here, I'm going to take the wheel rotation geometry nodes, and I'm just going to drag that over onto the wheel. And to make sure that that has the geometry nodes, I'll switch to the geometry node editor, which is Shift F3. And that is showing up when I select the wheel. So that is attached to it. So let's switch this back to Asset Browser. And let's just take all of these, select them, hit Alt-G, so they're all there in the center of the world. And I'm going to move my smoke system up. And I want to keep these lined up straight, so when I duplicate and move the wheels over, I can just slide them on the X-axis, and it's pretty easy to set up. So we'll just grab the train engine on the, oh, sorry, wrong thing. Let's go, here's train engine. Grab this on the X-axis. We'll do the box car, move it on the X-axis, and we'll leave that one here and move this one over. So that kind of spaces those out. Next, we'll get our wheel, and I'm just going to look at it from the top by hitting number pad 7. Grab this and slide it over towards the front. Let's rotate this on the X-axis. And looking at it from the top again, I want to make sure that the yellow dot for the origin is the side facing the train. Because if I scale this, I don't want it to scale back into the train and get thicker. I want it to scale out away from the train. So I'm just going to move this up to the train, kind of line it up where I want here on the side. Let's look at it from the front by hitting 1 on the number pad. Grab this and center it this way. So that's pretty much where I want it. Let's go ahead and go to the mirror modifier that's attached to it. We'll select the train engine so that it appears on the other side. At this point, if you want to change the scale, you can just hit S and scale this so it's bigger or smaller based on the size of your train. Remember, we do not want to apply the scale. We want to make sure that the X number and the X dimension number and the X scale number are both exactly the same, because our math equations for the circumference of this circle are tied to that number. Once you have scaled it and you're happy with it, we're going to apply the mirror modifier. And next, we're going to switch back to the geometry node setup. So that was Shift F3, I believe. Yes, or you can use the drop-down menu. And we're going to double check a couple things. One, I'm going to unplug here the wheel direction control from the Combine XYZ, and double check which one needs to be controlled. So here we have the Z-axis controlling the rotation that I want. So we're just going to plug that in to the Z-axis. Okay. Next, we're going to come over into our settings here in the property shelf. We're going to look at the train path, and we're going to select a train path for wheel driver that we created and hit earlier. So that is attached. And then the last thing we need to do is get our driver from our empty object, that is the train engine. So we're going to paste the driver from the train's percentage on the track. So let's go up to train engine. We have letter C is percentage of track complete, which is the number that we want. So we're going to right click and copy that as a new driver. We're going to go back and select the wheel. We are going to paste that as a driver. And then last, to make sure this is working, we need to see whether this needs to be 1 or -1. So to do that, let's go back to train engine. Let's hit play. And at the moment, it's going too fast for us to really know what's going on. So if we look at B and make this a really large number like 100,000, it's going to turn really slow. We can see that it is going in the correct direction. If it's not going in the correct direction, type in -1 and it will spin the other way. Now, one thing I do need to point out later when we're doing this and you're animating this, the faster you go, there's a possibility that you're going to hit a point where the wheel looks like it's spinning in the wrong direction. Let's see if I can hit that point. There, so it looks like it's kind of spinning backwards. And this is a problem even if you watch movies and they have a car driving and you see the wheel spinning. At certain speeds, the wheel starts to look like it's turning backwards because of frame rate and those still images being shot in a way that looks like the wheel's going the other direction. So as long as it's turning correctly at a larger number, you're in good shape. So I'm just going to change this to like 10,000. We can see it's turning and everything is working the way that we want. Okay. So now we just need to put our wheels on the other cars. So I'm just going to select this, hit Shift D, X, slide this back until it's where I want it. And I'm going to leave this playing just so I can make sure everything works correctly. Now I'm going to select both sets, Shift D, X, move that to this next car, Shift D, X to our third car, and Shift D, X to our fourth car. And I realize that we have an extra empty object for another train car. I think I was counting 4, but then I did the engine separate. So if you want another train car, you can duplicate and put another one as part of your scene. So let's pause this. And now we want to select the wheels, then select the train last and hit Control P to parent the object. So that way when the train moves, the wheels go with it. So select the wheels, select the train car, Control P, select object, and just repeat that process to parent each of these to the correct object. So I'm just going to grab each one and then hit Escape to let go, just to make sure that the wheels are correctly parented. Next, let's find our smoke emitter, which is hiding up here. We're going to grab this and bring it down. And let's change the current frame to 0 before the smoke simulation starts so we don't have smoke particles in the way. I'm just going to grab this and move it down here onto the smokestack. I'm going to look at it from the top and scale it down smaller. And it doesn't have to fit perfect because no one's really going to see it. Just kind of get it close. And once I have that where I want it, I'll have it selected, then Shift select the train engine, Control P an object, so that way our smoke simulation is attached to our train. Now, your smoke particles may be too big or too small related to your train. To fix that, we're going to temporarily unhide our hidden object collection. We're going to select the first one, then Shift select the last one to select everything between. And now if I hit S to scale and to make it smaller, let's do 0.5 for 50%. Or I can hit S to scale and just drag my mouse around. So you just want to get this the size you want in relation to the train. And then later, if you scale the train, we have it set up so the smoke particles will scale also. So make sure that you're happy with the size of that. And then let me look at my notes. Okay, I think I'll stop this video here. I don't think I'll have enough time to record the next segment as part of this before the bell rings, so I will do that separately and upload that tomorrow.